Okay, so I will not be dragging Kevin. Okay, I'm not gonna drag the man because I don't know the man, but I am gonna state my opinion though. This is the most classic case of fumbling the bag I ever seen. Oh man, listen, I'm not leaving my wife, my multi-million-year wife, for nothing. I'll be her chauffeur. I'll be her security. I'll be her bag check person. I'll be her personal assistant. Hell, I'll learn how to do hair and makeup and do wardrobe, fashion, clothing, so I can be all those things. If she bringing in the money like how Wendy Williams was bringing in that money, man, I'm playing my position. But you know, some people can't play their position, so they get out of position and then they get greedy and they want more than they're entitled to. And then you end up in problems. I don't think he thought this one through. You know, I think he moved off impulse. And wifey got a little older. He found something younger and more exciting. Wifey was probably too busy, too tired, because you know Wendy was working hard. Too busy, too tired to get him going with all the stuff she was used to doing for him. And he found comfort in some young chick who had all the time in the world to tend to him. After all, he was playing the sugar daddy role for a minute, and I mean, he was really giving out the sugar. Well, so was she, because she ended up having a child for him, which is the reason Wendy Williams said she actually ended this marriage. Wendy actually said that if she found out he was having an affair, she would have been able to work through it. But when she found out that there was a love child in the mix and he was going to doctor's appointments, rubbing the belly, doing all that bonding stuff, playing daddy to a whole nother household, that was too much for her. That was too. See, some women can handle that. They can handle, okay, my man stepped out. Some women say, hey, guess what? He is one of those guys. He is a top 5%er. He is a top earner. He is a what they call valuable. I don't know what the hell they call him these days, but he's entitled to. Some women will say, I don't like it, but it happened and we're going to work through it because this is my husband and I'm not going anywhere. But once you start to build a whole family outside and then try to keep it a secret and people find out before she finds out, oh man. And Wendy, remember Wendy Williams' position. She is a celebrity, okay? She is also off the gossip world. So she is on the air in front of the camera. So you can't be out here talking about other people's business when your business is going downhill. Kevin Hunter, Wendy Williams' ex-husband, his troubles are just beginning. Just beginning. Here are two articles that'll tell you what Kevin is going through right now. Wendy Williams' ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, was hit with a lawsuit that is accusing him of refusing to pay up on his credit card bills. Remember, he went to court and he actually told them, like, my bills are backing up. Like, y'all gonna release this money. I'm entitled to a certain amount of money. And then the court ruled that he wasn't entitled to that money anymore. And then he found himself in a financial jam. According to court documents obtained by RadarOnline.com, UBS Bank filed a civil lawsuit against Kevin Hunter on June 26th of 2023 in the Florida courts. In the lawsuit, USB Bank said Kevin applied for a Visa signature card in 2014. The bank said that Kevin breached the deal by failing to make the required payments. As of March 28th of 2023, Kevin now owes the bank $20,176.83 plus attorney's fees. Defendant has failed to make the minimum monthly payment by the payment due date as required by the card member agreement, is what the lawsuit says. USB said that it notified Kevin January 23rd and March 1st of 2023 as of his default. Now, despite USB Bank's demand or UBS Bank's demands, Kevin has failed and refuses to pay the outstanding account balance. I smell bankruptcy in the making. Yeah, because see, you can't just refuse to pay. You refuse to pay, it goes against your credit, right? Now you have bad credit. Now you have issues. Yeah. So I sense something coming, like bankruptcy, selling off all his assets, whatever he has, liquidate it so he could pay these bills off. And I'm guessing that this is not his only bill, because he got in court and he said that his homeowners association bill was backing up, and because he wasn't getting the alimony money, he couldn't pay it, right? So he was in danger of losing even his house. The suit demands that Kevin pays the entire $20,000 plus upfront, plus the additional costs. They don't want to work out no more payment deals. Give us our money. We tried the payment thing. You weren't making the payments. The address listed on the credit card paperwork is where Kevin and his partner, Sharina Hudson, live. We're going to talk about where they live in a minute, because that's about to go too. Kevin was accused of having an affair with Sharina while he was married to Wendy Williams. The alleged mistress pregnancy allegedly led to Wendy filing for divorce. It ain't no alleged. We know now by pictures and video clips. We've seen them out while he was supposed to be with Wendy. This man had the audacity to have this girl driving this woman's car, her personal vehicle. I believe it was a Bentley Jeep, right? Had this woman living lavish off of your wife's earnings. That's crazy. Now, the lawsuit comes as Kevin suffers a setback in his fight for alimony payments from Wendy. Wendy stopped the check. They stopped the check. Right. Shout out to Radar Online for that one. But check this out, because it only gets worse. Listen, Wendy Williams' ex-husband is now selling off his $1.2 million Florida home as financial troubles worsen. I told y'all it was going to get worse. And here it is. Okay. Wendy Williams' ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, is ready to unload the Florida home that he shares with his partner, months after losing his fight over alimony checks that were supposedly owed from the talk show host Wendy Williams. Now, according to real estate records, Kevin has a pending sale on his 5-bedroom, 5-bathroom, 3,425 square feet pad located in Parkland, Florida. Kevin purchased the home in 2020, and he paid $795,000 for that home. He first listed the home in April of 2023 for $1.3 million. On June 29th of 2023, the property was under contract and awaiting final approval, which means somebody bought it. I don't know if they paid the $1.3 million for it, or if they paid $795,000 like he paid for it. Here's another reason why you should consider investing in real estate. If you notice the appreciation within these numbers, a couple of years ago he paid $795,000 for that home. Today he's selling that home for $1.3 million. Kevin and Sharina moved from New Jersey to Florida months after their divorce, or I should say their divorce from Wendy, because both of them must have been married to her. But after his divorce was finalized with Wendy Williams, they ducked out Jersey. They moved to Florida. This is the home. The decision to sell this home after Kevin lost his bid in court earlier this year over his alimony checks from Wendy. Kevin said that his checks stopped coming in early 2022, despite being due to their divorce settlement. So he went to court. He said, "Hey, Your Honor, I'm owed money." That was the deal, you know. And let's be fair. Kevin was with Wendy for a long time, right? They have a child together. They were together for quite a long time. He was with her a lot. I don't know what role he was playing. I don't know if he's an executive producer. I don't know if he was head of security. I don't know what role he was on payroll. But if the script was flipped, a lot of people would be saying, pay that woman her alimony. She was there helping you throughout the whole time, making sure your household runs smooth, the kids are all right, or your child is all right. You know, she was there going back and forth with you to all your trips, being by your side, supporting your movement, whatever the case may be. She helped to build you. That's what they would have said if this was the other way around. But because it's this way, the man is the one depending on that alimony payment or asking for that alimony payment because that's what the divorce agreement said according to him. People are like, man, go get a job. You big old strong tough man, go get a job and tell your new girl to go get a job too, and y'all split the money and pay off the bills and leave Wendy out of it. It's a cold world, Jack, especially for what he did that caused his marriage to end to Wendy. You know, again, honestly speaking, we don't know what went on behind closed doors, man. A man doesn't just step out just to step out, especially if he is stepping out and leaving a lap of luxury to go mess with somebody who ain't really got nothing, right? You're picking up another bill. It's not like he picked up some hot Instagram model that's making $50,000 a month. It's not like he picked up some young entrepreneur that's successful or something. He picked up somebody that he's gonna have to spend a lot of money on, even even though the money was like he wasn't the main flow of the money in the first place. So in a sense, it looks like he was dependent on Wendy to help him fund his side chick, which became his main chick, and then he lost his wife. That's a gamble, and that's a big loss. And because of that, people, they aren't too sensitive to Kevin and his troubles that he's going through. A lot of women out here can relate to Wendy being done wrong by her husband, a hard-working woman who, you know, she has her ways. Everybody ain't perfect, but she was done wrong. And a lot of women can relate to being done wrong by some man that they really loved and gave their all to. So you best believe that the women, they're siding with Wendy. I'm talking about black, white, Hispanic, Asian, you name it. They siding with her. And a lot of men are siding with her as well. But I'll say this, though. We don't know what happened in that home. Sometimes the household can be so stifling and so unhealthy that a man has no choice but to leave. But if I was going to leave Wendy Williams as her husband, this wouldn't have been the way. He gave her all the leverage in the world to do what she had to do to protect herself and her assets. Now, if you look at the picture, Wendy is slowly coming up, slowly getting back, and Kevin is fast going downhill. Losing all his stuff, having to sell stuff to pay for stuff. People are suing you. That's not a comfortable life, man. And now you got another little child to raise, and you got a woman that you got to support. Fumble the bag. As Radar Online previously reported, Wendy's fortunes has been controlled by a court-appointed official for years now, because Wendy got sick, and they were like, well, she's not in her right mind. So we don't want people taking advantage of her. So somebody is going to be in charge of her assets until she gets better, right? Wendy ended up having to fight them for access to her own money. Wells Fargo asked the court for a financial guardianship, claiming as advisor because Wendy could be a victim of financial exploitation. Recently, they even said that her son was stealing from her, which I did a video covering, which you should see here on this channel on Hot Topics TV. Listen, this should be a message to everybody out there. Two things. One, you will never come up and feel happy and live happily after you bite the hand that feeds you or after you did bad to somebody that had your best interest at heart and was good to you. Karma just does not work that way. And for two, if you're in a relationship, the way to end it, if you feel it's time to end it, is not to go start a new family and then have the spouse you're with now find out about your new family first. You got to do it another way. Oh, and don't forget this. Don't walk away from the bag for nothing. That's just goes without saying. I'm going to leave this one right here. Hit the subscribe button. Click the bell next to it so you're notified every time a new video goes up on Hot Topics TV. We send our well wishes out to Kevin, man. We live, we make mistakes, we learn, and I hope he's learning from his mistakes if he think he made a mistake. I don't know if he think he made a mistake though, because there was an article where it said that Kevin said they asked him, what did you do wrong in a relationship with Wendy Williams? And he actually said, I should have left earlier. That's what I did wrong. I stayed around too long. I should have left her earlier. I'm going to leave this right here, y'all. I'll catch y'all in another video. I'm out. Peace.